This is the best explanation of a mental diet you've ever heard in your entire life, so drop a sunflower emoji down below because you've never heard things explained like this before. I'm about to blow your mind in this video. Now, we're going to explain a mental diet in the form of a dog pissing or shitting on the carpet, okay? Stick with me here. I want you to imagine that you just got your most beautiful, precious dream dog, dream puppy. You bring this newborn puppy home. What's the first thing you got to do with it? Potty train it, right? Because you're not going to be cleaning up shit and piss all over this carpet 24/7. And imagine that you have a house with carpet so that it becomes like even harder to clean this up. Now, I want you to imagine that newborn puppy as your subconscious mind, right? The only thing you need to impress and the only thing you need to train is your subconscious mind to think in the direction, feel in the direction, believe in the direction, identify in the direction of what you want so that you can get it. And when you do that, change happens instantly, not in hours, not in days, not in years, like literally in seconds. And so I want you to imagine that you're in a situation, this dog comes home, it pisses and shits on the carpet. Now, what do you need to do with that dog? You got to correct the dog. You need to say, no, we don't shit and piss in the house. We shit and piss outside. You have to correct the animal. Same thing is true of the mind. Same thing is true of the subconscious. When your mind is having intrusive thoughts as you're doing a manifestation routine, do you just say, you know what, continue to take a hot shit and a hot piss all over the carpet of my mind because I'm just going to sit in it. I'm not really going to correct my mind, but somehow then expecting your mind to understand? Somehow then expecting your mind to shift? Now, what happens if you correct the newborn puppy the first time, right? And you're diligent with it. But then the second time the dog pisses and shits on the carpet, you're like, I don't really feel like it. I'm feeling bad about myself. I don't really feel like I'm good enough or I'm accomplished enough and I'm not hitting the goals that I want to. And this person that I like didn't like me back. So I just don't even really feel like cleaning up the piss and shit on the carpet. I didn't hit $50,000 months this month. This person didn't text me back. I'm kind of feeling like lazy and like a piece of crap. So I'm just not going to correct the dog and I'm just going to let the shit and piss stay all over the carpet. What do you think is going to happen in the, mind of the animal? What's going to happen in the mind of the animal is the mind of the animal is going to be confused. It's going to say, oh, hang on a second. You told me last time that pissing and shitting on the carpet was bad, but now I pissed and shit on the carpet and you're like, okay with it? Okay. Then I'm just going to keep doing it because why do I need to correct myself if this is actually okay behavior? The dog is going to be confused. The dog is going to just continue to fall into the pattern it has already been on because it has not been trained. Why? Because you did not correct the brain. A mental diet is all about understanding your brain is actually going to be against you in the process of manifesting. It is. But if you are consistent, religious, and almost militant in your approach, where if every single time that dog shits and pisses on the carpet, you're like, no, outside. You tell your brain when it shits and pisses on the carpet of your mind, that's not the thought we're having anymore. This is where we're going instead. And you replace it and you correct it and you process that emotion and you go through that cyclic pattern. What's going to happen is you're going to rewire your brain and eventually the amount of intrusive thoughts that you have becomes 50% less. The amount of intrusive thoughts you have becomes 75% less. And then pretty soon they go away because now this is just how you think. This is how you feel. This is how you believe. This is how you identify. This is how you show up in the world. But if you continue to say, dog, piss and shit on the carpet Monday to Friday, but on the weekends, this carpet is off limits, the dog's going to be like, what are you on? Same thing of the mind. Same thing is true of the mind. If you tell your mind, okay, I'm going to correct you on days that I feel good and strong and I feel like I have motivation and momentum, but when I feel like crap and when I feel like dirt, I'm not going to correct you at all. And then you're like, why is my manifestation not here? That's why. Your lack of results, respectfully, are not shocking to me because you are allowing the dog to piss and shit on the carpet. So what do you expect exactly? How do you expect your mind to be potty trained? How do you expect your mind to understand when you are not religious and consistent and diligent and militant with that approach? Sometimes you correct the brain, but then sometimes you allow yourself to sit in the shit and wonder why the house smells. Wonder why you have shit under your ass as you literally just popped a squat in the shit. You can't sit in shit and then wonder why there's shit. Like that is a part of the problem. However, when you are in a situation where you continue to religiously correct that dog's bad behavior, the dog has to learn. The dog has to get potty trained. The only time the dog doesn't get potty trained, the only time the mind doesn't change is when you allow yourself to go and sit in shit. Stop sitting in the shit. Stop letting the dog piss and pee and poop all over this carpet. You are the one that's in the control. The dog does not have the power to come into your house and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you my pissing schedule. Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you my shitting schedule. Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you that I am actually going to use this carpet and I'm not going to use outside. You are the one that's in control of your mind. And if you don't have control over your mind, well, you are in a lot of trouble. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some consistency. It's going to take discipline to rewire it back. But I want to assure you that with myself and with thousands of my other clients and over 600 free videos over here, if you want to give me a follow and stay on this side of TikTok, that it should not take longer than 90 days, 90, if you are consistently, religiously, and in a militant approach, not letting that old story breathe. You are the one that is keeping yourself in a holding pattern. You are the one that is keeping yourself stuck. You are the one that is sitting in the shit. And you've got to stop having a tolerance for the shit and piss that is all over the house. You don't say to this dog, you know what, why don't you present to me why we should just allow piss and shit on the carpet? You don't sit there and give the power to the dog. You don't sit there and say, you know what, if I don't feel good today, if I don't feel confident today, the dog can just do whatever the dog wants. You are in a situation where you are like, we are not having piss and shit on the carpet. This is my final decision. This is my final answer. This is what I've locked in. But you're not fully locked in and putting in your final answer in the brain. Sometimes you go back to the old story and then wonder why the old story is frolicking around the house, pissing and shitting. This is why it's not a complicated answer, and I say this with love because I want to see you excel. I want to see you grow. I want to see you succeed. Like, it's not complex. Just stop having the shit and piss on the carpet. Stop having a tolerance for the bullshit. Stop engaging with the old stories. Start correcting your mind. Start moving into a different space. You have to start to do this. You can either do this work now and be wildly uncomfortable for the next 90 days, or you can delay it another 90 years and start the process at that time when you have new resistance, when you have new problems, when you have more evidence that things are not working out for you, and start it then. But whether you start it now or whether you start it later, the work is the work and the work needs doing. The work is the work and the work has to be worked for it to work.